Ok, ahora sí ya estamos de regreso. De veras, discúlpenos por esa falla del internet. I don't know what the heck is going on. It always does that. Siempre hace eso. Hemos estado teniendo fallas. La verdad que disculpen. Yo sé que es un poquito molesto cuando no se puede escuchar bien. Pero para los que apenas se van a estar uniendo a este live, en el live pasado, anterior digo, Kennedy estaba dando un poquito de su testimonio. She was giving just a brief testimony of hers, you know. Entonces, yo también ahorita estaba dando un poquito de, un tantitito de mi testimonio y para finalizar, I just want to say that, you know, I rejected God a lot. I did, you know. What? You want to translate? It's okay, brother, watching. Do you want to translate or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Para finalizar,
In the last live,
no, to finish up, you know, yo volví a obtener a Dios en mi vida. I opened my heart to God again. And then, ¿cómo se llama? Y era como que si un truco de magia hubiera pasado. It was like something magically happened, you know. My sadness, mi tristeza se fue.
my sadness left,
Mi depresión se curó.
my depression left,
Y mi familia está siendo restaurada.
and my family was restored.
Porque porque yo vengo de una familia quebrantada.
Because I brought my family.
No, because I come from a broken family. I come from a broken family, you know, they were destroyed 100%, you
I
know.
was doing better on the last live, I promise.
It's okay. It's because Kennedy, you know, she's learning how to translate. Kennedy está ayudando, está enseñándose a traducir y ahorita quería practicar antes de irnos, pero sí, ¿cómo se llama? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, and mi familia está siendo restaurada.
My family was restored.
And, ¿cómo se llama? And eso es algo que yo pensé que jamás iba a pasar. That's something that I never thought that it would happen. And so, es muy, muy asombroso pensar que solamente, no importa todas las veces que yo le fallé a Dios.
It's really amazing that, you know, he still came back even after all the times I failed him.
Ajá, Él regresó muchas veces.
He returned many times.
Y no le importó las veces que yo le fallé.
He didn't care about the times that I failed.
Su amor no me pudo separar de Él.
He didn't care that I separated from him.
And His love I just couldn't be separated from His love, you know. Y es tan loco que Dios es así.
It's crazy the way that God is.
Porque si fuera por nosotros,
Because for us,
no hubiéramos perdonado.
we don't forgive.
Yo batallé mucho con falta de perdón.
We battle a lot with lack of forgiveness.
Entonces, si yo hubiera sido Dios,
But because I received God,
no, because if I would have been God,
thank God,
yo no hubiera perdonado.
I would not have forgiven.
Pero Él me perdonó a mí.
But He forgave me.
No importa las veces que lo fallé.
He didn't care about the times that I failed Him.
Ahorita está trabajando conmigo otra vez.
He's working with me again,
Y mi familia también.
with my family too.
Y es algo tan bonito aceptar a Jesús en tu corazón.
It's something very beautiful when I accepted Jesus into my heart.
Porque como dije ahorita,
Because right now,
because like I said right now, like all of your problems just disappear. Like it's like if they disappear, you know. And so obviously it's not something that magically happens, you know. No pasa mágicamente, pero no pasa mágicamente, pero parece que no tienes problemas ya. It feels like you have literally like zero problems, you know. Like problems are there, but He helps you how to face them, you know. And con lo que yo he batallado,
and everything that I battled with,
Dios me lo quita. Él es el que trabaja en esas cosas.
God removed it and He worked with me in those things.
Sorry. And la verdad que es algo que yo jamás pensé que iba a pasar.
The truth is that
It's something that I never thought that it would happen.
she never thought that it was something that she never thought would happen.
Because I failed Him so many times, you know. Yo le fallé muchas veces.
Because she felt Him many times.
pero aún así Él regresó y restauró mi vida.
But he came and he returned and he restored my life.
Y puede hacer lo mismo contigo.
And he can do the same thing with you.
No importa cuántas veces le hayas fallado.
It doesn't matter how many times you failed him.
Hay que recordar.
He doesn't keep record.
Let's remember.
Oh.
Let's remember that His love, it's not a way of, it's not an excuse to be sinning, Pero hay que recordar que su amor perdona.
We need to remember that his love is forgiving.
Ajá. And no hay nada más en el mundo
There's nothing in the world
que puede llenar los vacíos que estás cargando tú.
that can take those fleshly things. I don't know.
That can fill in those emptiness that you're carrying with. And
That can
there's nothing in the world that can't take what is it called, those pains that you're dealing with. There's literally nothing else that can fill in the hurt, that your parents left you, because now it's even family. It doesn't matter who it was, the one that hurt you. God can fix it. He always has a solution, always. And the best part is that he always does it with love. Everything that you carry with, like, I literally cannot stress it enough, because I was someone who rejected God, because I felt rejection, I was someone who ignored him because I was ignored. I was someone who blamed him, because many times nobody believed in me, so I blamed God so many times, and guess what, he still took me back, because he was like, what, she doesn't know who I am, she doesn't know who I am. It would be different if you knew God, you're like, okay, I don't want you, I really don't want you, then he's gonna instantly leave you in that moment, because he's never going to force you, he's never going to force you, he's a gentleman. But when you don't know God, when you're just someone that it's lost out there, he literally waits for you. I was super lost. Like Kennedy said, there's so many much more for her testimony, and there's so many much more into my testimony. But there's literally I would have to be here for a whole week, to be explaining little things, little details, that it's literally endless, because God did so much in my life, because my heart was truly so broken, and it's so crazy that nobody else could feel in that emptiness. And there's something that Kennedy said when she was giving her testimony, and it was that at some point, she got tired of everything, and I got so tired of everything as well, because I was like, nothing can fill me in anymore, nothing can satisfy me, weed couldn't satisfy me no more, alcohol couldn't satisfy me no more, boys and having friendships, toxic friendships and relationships couldn't satisfy me no more, sneaking out of my house couldn't satisfy me no more, going out with people that I really loved couldn't even satisfy me no more, so when I got so tired, I started feeling numb, and that caused me to not even know what was up with me. That caused me to be a person that wasn't even excited for her birthday, that wasn't even excited for nothing, and so imagine how powerful the love of God has to be able to get to you, to how he got to me and how he healed me from the numbness, from how he healed me from so much that I never in my life thought that I was going to have a cure, that I was going to have an ending, because problems were so ending, like they were endless. I mean, they were endless, so something would happen, and the next day something would happen, and the next day, like, my life was I was so disappointed to be alive, and a little bit of words, I can just say that I was so disappointed to be alive, and so, like I said, it doesn't matter how many times I rejected God, that's something I mostly admire about him. It's his love, the way that he loves, because nothing can separate us from our Creator unless you take that decision, so honestly, something that I learned about my own path is that it doesn't matter how much we reject, or how much we're like, we can do it by ourselves. We really can't, and so on now, until he came and he showed me, who he was. That's when I was like, okay, I can't do it by myself no more. I was really self-pity. I was so bitter. I was so angry. I remember when I was small, I was literally like what, like 6 years old, 5 years old, and I was already so bitter. I wouldn't want to wake up for school, like in another level. I remember that feeling so good. Like I wouldn't even want to wake up for school because I was so bitter. I was like, not even to go do something fun, because my family, I grew up with a lot of rejection as well, a lot of just unforgiveness between my parents, so everything, I was taking it in, guys, everything. So that really brought me to be the person that I was. I'm just 18 years old right now, and God has completely changed my life in a way, in the areas that I never thought that He would, in the areas that I never thought that it was gonna be fixed, yeah, possible. I really never thought, and like something that I said earlier is that if He did it with me, He can do it with you. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, because if He did it with Kennedy as well, He can do it with you. Kennedy's only 14 years old, and something that amazes me is that she's someone who truly shows the love of God. She's not just coming to church. I'm not just coming to church. We're coming to be loved and to show love, So if you're going through anything like this, I just really want to tell you that you're not alone, right, Kennedy? Like, what would you tell the girls out there?
Honestly, what I see was saying as well, like, you are not alone. Every time, I know many times we can feel that we're in a room full of people and still feel alone or feel isolated, better said. But you know what the truth is that God gave me a revelation today as I was praying. And He showed me that, picture this. I want you guys to close your eyes. Right there where you guys are. No matter your age, no matter nothing. I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine an ocean. And you being in the middle of that ocean. Not knowing how to swim. Not knowing how to get a life jacket or nothing. You're at your last resort. And your last resort is literally drowning. And you're drowning and you're drowning. And it's like the water never ends. But in this case, water is depression. This water is loneliness, suicide, bitterness, hatred, unforgiveness. Just picture all of these things, and you're drowning with it. But the presence of God is like God taking you to shore, and you getting that breath of air that literally reminds you, okay, I have life. That is what the presence of God does.
Yes.
And lets you know that everything is gonna be okay.
Oh my God, yes.
When you were dealing in the middle of a storm, in the middle of the ocean with depression and suicide, even though you were going through the deepest and darkest of things.
Yes.
Pull you out, because if He did it with me and I think He can do it with
Amen. Honestly, wow, that is beautiful, because it literally, she explained it how it exactly feels, and it doesn't only go to young girls, it goes to everyone, it doesn't matter, no importa su edad, esto va para todos. So guys, I really would like for you guys to take, a little bit of her story and a little bit of my story, and to apply it to your life, because this is real, God is real. And yeah, I really hope that you guys like what we were talking about. Sadly, we have to leave already because, it's late already, and today we have House of Peace for anybody, that would like to go. We have House of Peace today, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and we talk about amazing things. There's many things, amazing things, that we talk about. Sadly, like I said, we have to leave a little bit earlier today because, we have that and we have to be, there at time. But I really hope that everyone enjoyed this. I really hope that everyone took something out of this, just a little bit of seed, out of everything that we talked about. And feel free to share this with any family members. And honestly, it was very nice to be here. Fue un honor estar aquí con ustedes. De veras que gracias por estarnos viendo, por estar conectados. Dios me los bendiga a todos. Esto fue desde la cabina. If you want to say bye, Kennedy.
Bye. Just kidding. Thank you all for connecting in today. Thank you for joining us and listening to a little bit of our stories.
Yes.
Testimonies aren't something that is taken lightly. I don't take my testimony lightly.
Amen.
Why? Because it's living proof that I'm a witness, that even though I was broken down and tired, that God still came in and rescued me,
Yes.
Almost at the point of unbelief with God. He came in and He surrendered. Why? Because God will always reach those who don't believe first to prove others that He
Amen. Amen.
So, you know what? Thank you guys for tuning in today. It was amazing to be here with you guys. I always enjoy coming to the radio to be with you guys all. But sadly, yes, we do have to leave because we have to be at our houses of pieces. We have an obligation. I love Hustle Peace, you guys.
Me too.
Love, love, love. And I don't want to be late. So, thank you for tuning in. Love you guys, and God bless you guys.
Yes, that's right. But before we leave, I want to put a song right here, real fast. It's called Un Corazón Cielo en la Tierra. Espero que la disfruten. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Los dejamos con este tema. Disfrútenlo de verdad. Vamos a estar aquí rapidito. Vamos a estar aquí próximamente con ustedes. Disfruten esta canción y dejen sus comentarios. Esto fue desde la cabina desde Ogden, Utah, y se escucha de esta forma.
Su imagen nos dio y en su reino